Ever found yourself wondering the best way to compliment a younger woman? Let's be honest, in today's world, giving a compliment can feel like walking a tightrope. One wrong word, one awkward moment, and the whole connection can fall apart. But when you get it right, a single, well chosen compliment can spark connection, build trust, and leave a lasting emotional impression that most people never manage to create. Today, we're going to navigate the art of giving compliments that are both impactful and well received. It's not just about what you say, but how, when, and why you say it, ensuring your words land in a way that feels respectful, sincere, and deeply meaningful. We'll explore types of compliments that go far beyond superficial comments, focusing on those that genuinely acknowledge her qualities, her character, and her inner world, the things she rarely gets recognized for. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to give compliments that not only make her feel valued, but create a subtle emotional connection she won't forget. Ready to elevate your compliment game? Let's get started on this insightful journey. Oh, and keep an eye out for the bonus tip at the end. It's not just useful, it's vital. A piece of advice that ties everything together and gives you the extra psychological edge to make your compliments truly memorable and meaningful. 1. Complimenting her intelligence. When it comes to compliments, praising a woman's intelligence really stands out. It hits differently because it acknowledges something deeper, something real. Most women, especially younger women, are constantly judged on appearance. So when you highlight her mind, it shows a level of awareness, maturity, and emotional intelligence that most men simply don't demonstrate. So why does this work so well? Let's dive into it. Recognizing a woman's intellect acknowledges her abilities, her insights, her thought process. It emphasizes that you value her for more than just her appearance. For instance, if she shares an insightful opinion or clever idea, acknowledge it. Say something like, I never thought of it that way. Your perspective is really enlightening. This not only shows that you're listening, but that you respect her intellect. And respect, that's a powerful foundation for attraction. It's crucial, however, to keep it genuine. Empty flattery can be spotted a mile away, and it will do more harm than good. So when you compliment her intelligence, make sure it's about something specific that you truly admire. Did she solve a problem in a unique way? Did she explain something in a clear, thoughtful manner? Did she share interesting knowledge about a subject you didn't expect? Highlight these moments. Plus, in a world where women often feel valued only for their looks, acknowledging her intelligence is a breath of fresh air. It tells her that you see and appreciate her for the smart, capable individual she is. And here's a psychological twist most people never hear. When you compliment someone on a quality they take pride in, the brain forms an emotional imprint, meaning she won't just remember the compliment, she'll remember you. 2. Acknowledge ambitions, appreciating her ambitions. Now let's shift focus to something incredibly impactful, acknowledging her ambitions. In a world where young women are relentlessly pursuing their dreams, recognizing their aspirations can be incredibly affirming. And honestly, most people overlook this completely. But why does this matter so much? Let's explore. When you compliment a woman on her ambitions, you're showing that you see her as a complete person, not just someone who looks good or says the right things. You're acknowledging her goals, her dreams, the future she's actively building with her own hands. It's about saying, I admire your dedication and the hard work you're putting into achieving your goals. This kind of appreciation goes beyond surface level compliments and taps into something much more meaningful. Her identity, her sense of purpose, her drive. It's not just about saying it's cool that you have goals, it's about understanding and respecting what those goals actually are. Did she mention a recent accomplishment at work? Maybe she's grinding toward a promotion or she's building a business on the side. Maybe she's working toward a personal goal like running a marathon, learning a new language, or mastering a new skill. Acknowledging these efforts shows that you're paying attention and that you value her for her determination and her willingness to push forward. But remember, authenticity is key. Your compliment should be sincere and specific to her, not some generic, hey, that's cool. When you're specific, it shifts the dynamic from mere flattery to a genuine recognition of her as an individual with aspirations, talents, and goals that matter deeply to her. And that is a powerful way to build connection. Psychologically speaking, ambition sits at the core of self-worth. When you validate someone's aspirations, you're validating the future they see for themselves, and people bond deeply with those who see their future as clearly as they do. Monday, acknowledging her kindness. Let's dive into something truly heartwarming, her kindness. In today's fast paced, attention grabbing world, acts of kindness can easily slip by unnoticed. But when someone actually sees those moments, it means everything. So, why is acknowledging her kindness so impactful? Let's break it down. Recognizing a young woman's kindness is a profound way to show appreciation for her character. It's not just about the surface, not about what she looks like, not about what she achieves. This is about who she is when no one's watching. It's about observing those moments when she goes out of her way to help someone, when she shows compassion, when she chooses empathy over convenience. Telling her, your kindness really made a difference in that situation. Or, I admire how considerate you are to others, can be incredibly affirming. It highlights a quality that is often undervalued but immensely powerful. And again, specificity is your secret weapon. Did she help a colleague in need? Did she listen to a friend who was struggling? Did she show understanding in a difficult situation where most people would have lost patience? Pointing out these instances shows that you value her actions and the warmth she brings into the lives of those around her. Here's the psychological truth: kindness is one of the few traits directly linked to emotional attraction. When you acknowledge her kindness, the brain releases oxytocin, the trust chemical. That means she doesn't just feel appreciated, she feels safe with you. And safety, Amelia, safety is where real connection begins. 4. Respecting her independence. Her independence. In a world where women are increasingly asserting their autonomy, acknowledging this can be profoundly impactful. But why is respecting her independence so important? Let's dive deeper. When you compliment a young woman on her independence, you're acknowledging her ability to stand on her own. This isn't just admiration. This is validation of her strength, maturity, and inner confidence. It could be through recognizing her self sufficiency in handling life's challenges or her confidence in making decisions, telling her, I really admire how you handle things independently. Or, your self reliance is truly inspiring, can be deeply empowering. It shows that you respect her as an individual capable of managing her own life, someone who makes choices deliberately, someone who takes responsibility, someone who stands strong even when things get difficult. It's not just about praising her for being independent. It's about noticing the moments where her autonomy shines. Maybe she made a significant life decision on her own. Maybe she tackled a problem without asking for help. Maybe she confidently expressed her boundaries, her values, or her plans. Highlighting these instances shows that you value her strength and decision-making abilities. But again, sincerity matters. A genuine acknowledgement of her independence demonstrates that you see her for who she truly is, beyond any stereotypes or expectations. And here's the psychological kicker: people remember compliments that align with their identity. If she sees herself as independent, then praising her independence doesn't just feel good, it feels exact right. It feels like you get her on a deeper level than most ever try to. This kind of recognition not only not makes her feel valued, but also supports the idea of a balanced, equal relationship, something that younger women especially appreciate and gravitate toward. 5. Praising her unique talents or hobbies. Her talents and interests in a world that often focuses on conformity. Recognizing individuality is incredibly affirming. But what makes this type of compliment so special? Let's jump into it. When you compliment a young woman on her unique talents or hobbies, you're showing appreciation for what makes her distinctly herself. Whether she's an artist, a tech enthusiast, a gamer, a musician, a sports lover, a baker, a writer, or has any other passion, acknowledging these aspects shows that you see and value her individuality. Saying something like, your passion for that hobby is really impressive. I admire the skill you've developed in that talent. It can be incredibly meaningful. This is where most guys mess up. They give generic compliments, but you're highlighting the things she actually invests her time, effort, and emotion into. It's not just about making a general comment on her interests. It's about acknowledging the commitment behind those interests. Did she create something remarkable? Did she reach a milestone in her hobby? Did she stay dedicated to a skill most people would have quit long ago? Recognizing these achievements shows that you're attentive to what truly matters to her. And remember, authenticity is key. Genuine appreciation for her unique talents or hobbies demonstrates that you value her for her personal interests and her personal journey. This type of compliment goes beyond the surface, creating a deeper connection based on mutual respect and admiration. People feel closest to those who validate the parts of them the world ignores. When you recognize her passion, even the little ones, you tap into a psychological sweet spot, emotional intimacy through individuality. It encourages her to embrace and celebrate her uniqueness, which is a beautiful foundation for any interaction, friendship, or deeper connection. 6. Complimenting without expectations. Compliment without expectations. In an age where many interactions have underlying motives, offering a compliment without expecting anything in return is a breath of fresh air. But why is this approach so crucial? Let's take a closer look. Complimenting a young woman without expecting anything in return is about genuine appreciation, not strategy, not manipulation, not gain. It's about valuing her for who she is, not for what she might give you back. Whether it's about her professional achievements, her sense of style, or her sense of humor, the key is to offer these compliments freely. For instance, saying you did a fantastic job on that project, or your energy is really infectious, shows that your admiration is not a means to an end. This approach builds trust, real trust. It shows that you respect her, that your words come from sincerity instead of expectation. It's not about flattery to get her to like you. It's not about hoping for a reaction. It's not about expecting affection, attention, or anything in return. It's about recognizing and appreciating her for who she is. This kind of genuine interaction is not only refreshing, it creates a sense of ease, comfort, and emotional safety. And here's where the psychological weight drops. When someone realizes you're not trying to get anything from them, their defenses fall. The subconscious relaxes. Authenticity becomes connection, because the most impactful compliments are those given freely and sincerely. They reflect a selfless form of interaction, where the focus is on appreciation rather than expectation. This creates a healthy, respectful dynamic, where compliments are part of meaningful communication, not a transaction. Such interactions are valued not just for their pleasantness in the moment, but for the trust and respect they build over time. Bonus tip: context and timing. The psychological deal breaker. For our bonus tip, let's focus on a crucial aspect that's often overlooked: the importance of context and timing when giving compliments. Why are these factors so significant? Let's explore further. The context and timing of your compliment can dramatically affect how it's received. A well-timed compliment in a comfortable setting can enhance its sincerity and impact. For instance, complimenting her professional achievements in a work-related setting can be empowering. Acknowledging her sense of style at a social event can be more relevant and appreciated. Conversely, a compliment given at an inappropriate time or in an uncomfortable setting can feel out of place or even unwelcome. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of the situation and her comfort level. Pay attention to her responses, both verbal and nonverbal. If she seems uncomfortable or disinterested, it's important to respectfully back off. Remember, the goal of a compliment should be to make the other person feel seen and appreciated, not uncomfortable, pressured, or obligated. A compliment should fit naturally into the conversation and the setting. This shows that you're thoughtful not only about what you say, but how and when you say it. And that's what separates an average compliment from a memorable moment. You don't just want your words to land, you want them to linger in her mind. And timing is what makes a sentence turn into a memory. Mastering the art of context and timing can turn a simple remark into a genuinely meaningful and emotionally resonant moment. Now that you know how to compliment a younger woman, the real question is, what's next on your journey? You've just unlocked a toolkit that most people never learn: the ability to give compliments that genuinely resonate, connect, and create meaningful emotional impact. These aren't random words. They're psychological threads that weave trust, connection, and authenticity. You learned how to compliment her intelligence, appreciate her ambitions, acknowledge her kindness, respect her independence, celebrate her unique talents, give compliments without expectations, and master the psychology of timing and context. But we're not done yet, because understanding compliments isn't just about making someone else feel good. It's about learning how to communicate with emotional intelligence. It's about understanding the deeper layers of human psychology, attraction, and connection. And in the world of every word counts, every emotion matters, every moment has power, here's the truth most people will never tell you: a compliment is not just a compliment, it is a psychological seed. Plant it with sincerity, water it with respect. Let it grow naturally, without force, without strategy, without expectation. And the connection that forms will feel effortless. Not because you tried to impress her, but because you made her feel seen in a world that rarely pays attention. And that is how people bond, remember, and grow closer. So, if you're ready to take this deeper, don't stop here. Want to know the signs she's actually thinking about you? Or maybe you want to learn how to tell if she secretly finds you good looking, even if she tries to hide it. Those videos will give you the clarity, confidence, and psychological insight needed to take the next step because compliments are only chapter one. Understanding her mind is the entire book, and that's where most people never go. Thanks for watching. I'm Amelia, and this is. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Your next steps dive into the videos waiting for you right now. You're closer than you think.